Hey YouTubers, I wanted to give you a little update on the racks that I've got installed on both of our Momentum e-bikes. And if you find this or any of my other videos helpful, please like and subscribe. It'll really help me grow this channel. Okay, I wanted to share some changes I've made to both bicycles since my last video. Now, on my wife's bicycle, I added a rack to hers, and I bought a Topeak Explorer rack just like I had, and I installed it, and it set up a little bit too high. And so I discovered that they make a Uni Super Tourist, and this one is adjustable. That's what the Uni stands for. And so the part that attaches here to the frame and this part can be adjusted up and down so the rack can fit any bicycle with a 24-inch through 29-inch wheel. So I ordered the Uni Super Tourist and set it to its lowest setting and installed it. And it's a better fit than the Explorer was, but it still interferes a little bit with the seat. Now this is partly because of the geometry of the bicycle frame. The seat just comes back a little further on that bike than it does on this one. But it's also because of the low saddle height that my wife prefers to ride at. So I went ahead and modified this one. The leg that attaches to the frame here, I drilled an extra 2 sets of holes in it and lowered it down even more than its factory lowest setting. Okay, I've moved around to the sunny side of the bicycle so you can see a little bit better detail. This is my bike, and here you see the Uni Super Tourist at its lowest factory setting. And you'll notice the distance between the attachment bolt and this portion of the rack. Now over here on my wife's bike, you'll see that the attachment point and these bolts are much closer together. This is where I drilled the extra holes in the rod that attaches here so that I could mount this part even lower and closer to the attachment point than on my bicycle. Like I said, on her bike I needed to make this modification because of the geometry of her bicycle and because of her riding height. But you'll see here there's about 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches distance from here to here. And on this one it's more like maybe 3/4 or 1/2 inch. And so that did help lower the rack, and that extra 3/4 inch or so I gained by drilling the extra holes was well worth it. I'll also give you a good look at why you do not need a disc brake specific rack for these bicycles. You can see where the rack attaches, and here's the disc brake caliper right here. What they've done is they've tucked the caliper in between these two frame members instead of being up here where it would interfere with the rack. So you can mount either a disc brake or non-disc brake rack on this bicycle. Of course that could vary by manufacturer, but either works on the Topeak brand. And so when you go shopping, you don't have to buy the disc brake specific one if you don't want to. I prefer the non-disc brake racks. The disc brake rack extends out about 1 inch before it comes up, and I like the way these tuck in and fit the frame much more snugly and don't extend out unnecessarily wide. I just think it looks a little bit better. And so here you can see her rack from the rear. And so I can't say enough good things about these racks. I think they're worth every penny. And with that modification, now the bag that I've had this about 10-15 years, will slide right on there just fine, and it fits on there fine and works really well. And I actually kind of like the look of it being very, very low and close to the wheel. There's about 1 inch of clearance here between the top of the tire and the bottom of the rack. It looks more like a OEM installed rack instead of something you've added aftermarket. Now the basket that I have interferes with the seat on this bike. It's just the way it is, and unless my wife decides to raise the saddle, it's just going to be an issue, and so she won't be able to use this accessory. But both the bag and basket fit fine on my bike. And I really like both accessories. When I'm just traveling light and carrying a few things with me, or I know I'm going to pick up something small, I use the bag. When I'm running errands, if I go to the farmer's market or something like that, I'm going to be bringing back something a little bulkier or heavier, then I like the basket. Do be sure when you order the Topeak basket to order the bungee cord accessory so that you can strap it down and keep whatever your cargo is in place. It has 6 hooks and completely covers the top of this and keeps everything in place. And then when you get home, all you have to do is push the release button and the basket slides right off. They make another basket. It looks like a milk crate, and it has wheels on it and an extendable handle. And so you can put that basket on your bicycle, go to the store, slide it off, extend the handle, you wheel it around like a piece of luggage, do your shopping, put everything in the basket, you check out at the register, and you take the basket back out to your bike and simply slide it on the rack and ride home. One of these days I'm going to get that one. I think I really like it. I just haven't gotten around to purchasing it yet. But I really like the Topeak racks. They're extremely well made, and they open up a world of possibilities for what you can attach to them. These will also accept panniers if you like to have panniers on your bicycle, and they even make a version of this bag where instead of side pockets, when you unzip it, a pannier extends down each side of the bag, and the top can be unzipped and expanded upward. And so they make a lot of accessories for these that really open up a whole new world for what you can carry on your bike. And so I really, really recommend the Topeak racks and bags. And so I hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe if you did. Thank you.